Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to the third video in Web Design Fundamentals. In the last video, we went over the heading elements. So if you missed that one, go back and check it out. It was just some heading text that we could look at with HTML. I deleted all the subheading ones, and I just went ahead and kept this single heading 1 tag, just because the other ones are excessive. I just wanted to show you guys what your options were. But we're going to go ahead and use this as our basic shell for what we're learning today. And today we're going to be learning about links, which are called anchor tags in HTML. And links are basically clickable text. You can also use them on images and other elements that we'll be learning later. But links are exactly what they sound like. They're links. You click on them and they go to other web pages. And in this example, right now our website is only a single page, and we're going to keep it like that. So our links are just going to go to external websites, such as we're going to do one to google.com, and I guess we could go ahead and let's do one to YouTube too, why not? So let's go ahead and jump in that right now. So we have our paragraph tags right here, and we're going to go ahead and jump down a little bit and create some anchor tags, which are the links that I'm talking about. And the way that we create an anchor tag is pretty simple. We just start with our A element there, and then we close that tag. And there's our anchor tag right there. Pretty simple. This can also go inside of your paragraph. So say you wanted paragraph right here, this word, to be a link somewhere else, then you would just put your A tag inside of here, and you would close it right here. But anyway, let's get back to the links outside of this paragraph tag. So inside of here, let's say, let's go to Google. Go ahead and capitalize that. Alright, so now we have that saved. Let's go ahead and refresh here, and you're going to notice something. So we have this anchor tag, but there's no link. It's not clickable. We're not going anywhere. And the reason for that is because your web browser isn't smart enough to know where you want the link to go. It doesn't all of a sudden say, oh, they're creating a link, oh, it wants to go to Google. Your computer just isn't that smart. So we need a way to tell it what web address we want to go to. And the way we do that is with what's called an HTML attribute. And an attribute is basically extra data that you can put inside of your HTML tag to include some additional information. Later on, we'll be learning a lot more about attributes when we get into CSS. But one of the only attributes we're going to be learning about just with HTML is the href attribute. And basically, I'm just going to show you right now. So immediately after the name of your element, which right here is A, we're going to put our cursor there and we're going to put a space. And we're going to type href, href, equals, and then double quotes. So we're going to put one opening quote and another closing quote. And this right here tells your computer what address you want to go to. I'm pretty sure it stands for HTTP referrer. I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me. But basically it just means inside of these quotes we need to put the link or the address that we want to go to. So for Google, that's just the simple http://www.google.com. This is kind of spreading out. Let's see if I could. There we go. So again, this entire thing is called an attribute, and the href attribute is what we put inside of our anchor tag to create a link. And I'm gonna go over this again towards the end of the video, but let's go ahead and save this so you can see what we're looking at. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh right here, and now we have our link. Go to Google. So we're gonna click on that. Oops. And there it is. Takes us right to Google. Let's go ahead and go back. So that's what an anchor tag or a link looks like. And let's go ahead and create another one here. Guess we'll go to YouTube. Let's make an example with a paragraph. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to type a paragraph. And instead of the entire link saying go to YouTube, let's just make just YouTube be a link. So go to YouTube. And we just want YouTube to be a link. So we're going to put our anchor tag in here. And we're going to go href equals http://www.youtube.com. spread this out. This might be getting a little too wide for this screen. I apologize. And then we're going to go ahead and do that right there. Close our anchor tag. So now we have this paragraph that says go to, and then inside the paragraph we have this anchor tag that is going to link us to YouTube using the href attribute. And thankfully HTML is white space insensitive, so just to make this fit on the screen we can even bring this anchor tag down here and our paragraph say right there, and that's not going to change how it looks whatsoever. So let's go ahead and do this. And now we have go to YouTube. So go to Google, go to YouTube, let's click on that, and that's going to load up youtube.com here. Going to go back. So just to reiterate here, we created an anchor tag, which is represented by the A element, and inside of that we need an attribute to tell the browser what website we want to go to, because it's not smart enough to know that you want to go to google.com. You have to tell it that. So we tell it that by typing href =, opening quote, the URL, and then a closing quote. And then we continue on just like any other tag. We have this closing triangular bracket, and then we close the element right here with the /a. Something else to notice, you don't have to add the href attribute in here, because this describes the element, this just ends the element. So the element is going to end no matter what, so we don't have to worry about including this attribute anywhere else in the code. And then in this example we have a paragraph element, and inside the paragraph element we decide to put a link. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Like I said, they're going to start getting pretty short like this. This one shouldn't be too hard. It's just that the attributes are kind of hard to get used to. They're kind of weird at first, especially when you're first getting into HTML. But basically you just need to remember that it's extra data that goes inside here. And until we get into images, we're not going to be looking at any other attributes. So just get your practice with this one. I suggest making your very own web page this time around. Just go ahead and close out this video and see if you can create a web page, maybe with a title using a heading. Maybe throw in a subheading in there, like an H3 or something. Create a short little paragraph and throw some links in some of the words. You can link them to wherever you want. And when you're done with that and you feel comfortable with the anchor tags, it's time to move on to the next video. And I think in the next video we're going to be doing learning how to make lists in HTML, which are basically just like what they sound like. They're lists of text, and those are useful for making navigation bars. So in the next tutorial we're probably going to build a brand new website with a navigation bar in the top that leads us to different places, and some text at the bottom to add in there. So anyway, if you liked this video, hit the like button. If you want to see the next one, hit subscribe. Leave any comments down below if you have any questions or feedback or whatever. I really do love making these videos, and I love reading all your comments, and I do reply to them as quickly as I can. So anyway, that's about it for this video. See you guys next time.